In the heart of ancient Jerusalem, a king sat upon a throne not just of gold and ivory, but of divine wisdom. This was King Solomon, whose name echoed through the ages, whispered in tales of justice and profound insight. Today, we journey back to his legendary court to witness a story that has challenged and inspired humanity for millennia. A tale of a mother's love and a king's extraordinary wisdom. Imagine the grand hall, sunlight streaming through high windows, the air thick with anticipation. Two women burst in, their cries shattering the royal calm. They were distraught, desperate, and at the center of their dispute was a single, tiny infant. "My lord, the baby is mine," one woman wailed, clutching at her robes. "No," she lies. "The living child is mine," the other retorted, her voice filled with equal passion and pain. King Solomon listened, his gaze steady, cutting through their frantic accusations. He learned their story. They lived in the same house, and both had given birth within days of each other. But one night, tragedy struck. One of the infants died. Now both women claimed the surviving baby as their own. There were no witnesses, no proof, only their conflicting words, each woven with a mother's fierce desire. The court was stumped. The guards shifted uneasily. How could anyone possibly uncover the truth? Solomon watched them, his expression unreadable. He saw the desperation in their eyes, the tremble in their hands. This wasn't a simple matter of property. It was a matter of the heart, a bond deeper than any law. The people in the court murmured amongst themselves, convinced the riddle was unsolvable. Any judgment would be a guess, a 50-50 chance of devastating injustice. But Solomon was no ordinary king. He knew that the truth wasn't always found in evidence, but in the very soul of a person. After a long, tense silence that seemed to stretch for an eternity, Solomon finally spoke. His voice was calm but carried an authority that silenced the entire hall. "The matter is complex," he began, "and both your claims are strong." He looked from one woman to the other, then at the innocent child. A strange, almost unsettling idea seemed to form in his mind. He was about to propose a solution so shocking, so seemingly brutal, that it would lay bare the hidden truth for all to see. "Bring me a sword," Solomon commanded. A guard, confused but obedient, presented a gleaming blade. The crowd gasped. The two women froze, their argument silenced by a sudden, chilling fear. What could the king possibly intend to do with a sword? Solomon then uttered the words that would seal his legend. "Since both of you claim the child, there is only one fair way. Divide the living child in two, and give one half to the one and one half to the other." A wave of horror washed over the courtroom. The people couldn't believe their ears. Was this justice? Was this the wisdom they had heard so much about? It seemed like an act of pure cruelty. One of the women, however, nodded in grim agreement. "Yes, let him be neither mine nor yours. Divide him," she said, her face twisted with a bitter, vengeful satisfaction. Her words hung in the air, cold and sharp as the sword itself. But the other woman, the true mother, let out a heart-wrenching cry. She threw herself at Solomon's feet, tears streaming down her face. "Oh, my lord, please, no," she begged, her voice choked with anguish. "Give her the living child, please. Do not kill him. Just let him live." In that moment of ultimate sacrifice, she was willing to give up her child, to suffer the pain of separation, just to ensure his survival. Her love was pure, selfless, and absolute. A knowing look crossed King Solomon's face. The test was complete. The truth, once hidden in a storm of lies and grief, was now as clear as daylight. He raised his hand, and the tension in the room snapped. "Stop," he commanded the guard with the sword. Then, he pointed to the weeping woman on the floor. "Give the living child to her," he declared, his voice ringing with authority and compassion. "She is his mother." The wisdom of Solomon's judgment was revealed. He understood that a true mother's love is nurturing and selfless, a force that protects life above all else. He knew that the woman willing to sacrifice her own claim for the sake of the child's life was the real mother. The other's willingness to see the baby harmed exposed her lie. Born of jealousy and grief, justice had been served, not through force, but through a profound understanding of the human heart. The story of Solomon's judgment teaches us that truth isn't always about facts and figures. Sometimes, it's revealed in our actions, our emotions, and the sacrifices we are willing to make for what we truly love. It's a timeless lesson in empathy, justice, and the deep, unwavering power of a mother's love. Thank you so much for joining us on this journey into the past. If this story moved you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tales of wisdom and history. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, stay curious.